Bondbliss presents. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could make him think about you all the time? Most women secretly fantasize about it. The concept of our man being so obsessed with us that he can't go more than a few minutes without thinking about us is a little unrealistic, but it's surely romantic. Everyone has responsibilities in life and cannot spend their entire day fantasizing about the person they love. You do, however, want to remain a constant in his thoughts and emotions, and there are methods to make that happen. You can make him adore you to the point that he can't bear the thought of not being your man. He will be unable to focus on anything else but you if you follow the 7 steps in this video in the given order. Also, you can stop wondering whether he is thinking about you because you know better than anybody that he most likely is. Number 1. Stop initiating contact. Number 1 is perhaps the most important step in making a man miss you. We prefer to be in control of situations as women. As a result, when a man gets distant and neglects to check in on us as frequently as we would want, the first thought that comes to mind is to contact him. So, we create a legitimate motive for contacting him, like asking for help to do your MBA assignment or a great new Instagram meme that reminds you of him. Nice try, girl, but it would be best if you cut it. Allowing him to miss you is a great technique to make him crave you, and it will only happen if he hasn't heard from you in a long time. Thus, if you continuously check in with him, you never give him the opportunity to do so in the first place. Also, he is now used to your contacting him every few days. Why should he? To keep yourself preoccupied, you should quit finding reasons to contact or text him and instead spend more time with your friends. Go shopping, sign up for a dance class, or plan a weekend trip home. He will eventually sense that something has changed, begin to miss your interactions, and return to properly pursuing you. Number 2. Make yourself your best friend. Women, here's the deal about attraction. We are drawn to those who we believe are living a wonderful life because we want to be a part of it. Nobody is interested in a man who spends his days in his basement playing video games. Similarly, no man is attracted to or misses a woman who spends all day on her bed waiting for his text messages. Hence, if you want to swiftly make a man miss you, you must first become your own best friend and then proceed to have fun. Go do new activities that the two of you talked about doing without him. You want him to think, dang, she did not even ask me if I was interested in taking part. Stop waiting for him to show up, phone your number, and start living your biggest life. The easiest way to make your ex-boyfriend or other man miss you is to show him that your life does not revolve around him and that if he wants to be a part of it, he must keep up with it. Number 3. Make your life mysterious. Now, it's time to become serious, or at least mysterious. If there is one thing we can learn from men, it is that they are really skilled at just telling you what they want you to know. Well, not so much. And to be honest, that is a very useful life hack, even in a loving relationship. As a result, the next step to making him miss you is to disappear from his radar entirely. You want him to be curious about what you're up to and frustrated that he has no idea without contacting you. Therefore, if you're someone who frequently updates her Instagram stories, take a break or block him. Hide your stuff from him. Let him imagine you having fun without him, or even worse, with someone else. You don't want him to know everything you did just by following your social media. If you haven't talked to him in a week, remember that if guys already know everything there is to know about you, they will lose interest. That gives them the impression that they have already completed the review, which lessens their enthusiasm for you. So believe me when I say that a little mystery goes a long way. Retain his attention by being a woman full of surprises, passions, and a lot of fun. It will not only make him miss you, but will also make him want to see you again. Number 4. Leave a lasting impression. While you're with him, leave a lasting impression. Men remember two categories of women: the woman who broke his heart and made his life so much fun. You should preferably be the latter. To make a man miss you, you must make an effect on him while you are with him. You want him to smirk whenever he remembers you, and the greatest way to accomplish this is to be a wonderful person to be around. You should be in a good mood and engaged the next time the two of you meet or talk. Make it a point to nurture happiness on your own so that you have much to offer while you're together. Nobody wants to hang around with a negative Nancy, after all. We only miss good things in people. Thus, by becoming his own happiness pill and hulking him, you ensure that he misses you while the two of you are apart. Number 5. Let him live his life. This may appear counterintuitive at first. You obviously want him to miss you rather than live his best life without you. How dare he? But bear with me. The psychology of making a guy miss you is a little strange, but in order to make him want to spend more time with you, you must first begin to hate the time he spends apart from you. Strangely, giving a man room to fall in love makes him more inclined to do so. Instead of clinging to him like a parasite, encourage him to enjoy his life and avoid checking in while he is preoccupied with something else. The more freedom he has while dating you, the more he will miss your soul, trust, and spontaneity when he is not with you. The idea is to offer him enough alone time that he will want to spend the rest of his spare time with you. Remember that the ultimate aim is to convince him to commit. Therefore, you must demonstrate to him that being with you will not seem like imprisonment, but rather an improvement over single life. Number 6. Stop giving a damn. The key to making a man miss you and commit is to avoid chasing him. It's the subtle art of not caring that gets you his attention and effort. Instead of obsessing about why, how, and when he will text or phone me back, make it a point to relax, not check, and not stress. Keep yourself occupied with personal tasks or jobs to distract yourself from him as much as possible. Try to integrate mindfulness practices whenever you think about him. Meditating, coloring, and journaling are some of my favorite mindfulness techniques. That way, you won't be tempted to call him in a time of weakness. These exercises will assist you in confronting and releasing your emotions rather than suppressing or obsessing over them. In this manner, you avoid being driven by your anxiety and allow for healthy actions. But telling him you miss him or are worried he is losing interest will simply put more pressure on him and cause him to withdraw even more. Number 7. Have an open and gentle attitude. What makes dating so difficult is the delicate line between pushing and pulling that every woman must master if she is to succeed. Whereas pushing behaviors such as contacting, texting, planning, and controlling are mostly masculine energy activities, listening, letting, accepting, surrendering, and being, on the other hand, are feminine activities. You can thankfully learn how to become a more feminine woman. It's normal to want to punish a man who returns after missing you by being offended and angry at him. But that just indicates you were waiting for him instead of working on yourself. That is why when a man wants to come close to you again, the most effective thing you can do is to stay open and receptive. He will not only regret his actions, but it is also how men fall in love. By demonstrating to him that you are a safe haven, it doesn't imply you should go back to a guy who ghosted you and was missing in action for weeks. Yet it does not imply that you should blame or humiliate a man if he approaches you again. If you feel compelled to do so, your objective should not be to make him miss you, but to get out of the situation entirely. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching.